First time in Jersey.
He's never been.
Alright, guys, I'm going to move through the question too, but this is your Q&A panel, so nothing's going to make them feel more loved than seeing a bunch of hands go up when it comes to all these questions. So, but to get things started off, this is a high watermark of what I call a golden prestige era of DCOM films, which is Disney Channel original movies for those of you who aren't down.
They're all down.
They're all down, right?
They're all down.
Read the room. But so, what are the Disney Channel or Disney movies in general that you guys like?
I'll put him on the spot first. Well, I think.
All of the animated ones with big boxes and everything when I was a kid, but Robin Hood's probably my favorite. Yeah, Robin Hood. Because it's like it's Sunday night, they always used to have an ABC movie on, like the older generation remembers. And I'd always wait for Robin Hood to come on. It was always something else, and it was great. But when Robin Hood would come on, I was like, yes, awesome. I love that one so much.
I was obsessed with Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid on the Puffy VHS tapes when I was a kid. As for DCOMs, I feel like I have to mention too, Color Friend.
I'm a trader. I did not grow up with Disney Channel. I grew up watching Fox Kids.
Yeah, we're cool.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm a trader. X-Men.
Yeah!
Oh boy, I think I'm going to date myself. Legacy actor, well, you know, Fantasia. Anybody ever seen that? And Bambi.
Yes, baby, soon!
I just grew up with watching Walt Disney on TV. Remember that? Like Sundays. And Walt Disney was there to introduce it. That was pretty amazing. So, anyway, anybody who's over 70.
So glad you could come out of the talisman, Robin. I let him out for this, just to be clear. The contract stipulations are that he has to carry the talisman the whole time, just in case he acts up and I gotta send him back in there. Okay? So
I got
don't
your
worry.
back, Dad. I got your back.
Oh, dear Lord.
Son, just calm down.
So to narrow the Disney discussion a little bit, what are your first memories of getting involved with the Halloween Town franchise?
I remember auditioning a few times, even though you and Emily spoke about, did we read together in an audition? You guys told a story at another panel, and I was like, did I really? I don't remember that, but I remember auditioning a few of like the early scenes, like Marnie finding out that she's a witch, and then it was all the scenes where I was like either complaining to Gwen or complaining to him. Like, well, I think we're witches, like, and so that was super fun. And I believe it was after the first audition that I found out that Debbie Reynolds was going to be playing Grandma in the movie, which just felt like a proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Hello, so, but I auditioned a few times, and yeah, there might have been like a third audition where the three of us read together. That one's a little fuzzy for us, but I don't doubt it.
It was kind of the same experience for me, a couple rounds of audition, but one of the things that stood out was going in to sign in for the audition and seeing Judith Hogue's name on the list. And me already being a big Ninja Turtles fan, I just absolutely have to have this job. And thankfully, it worked out.
It's good you figured that out, because this guy worked with her on camp, was filming with her for, was it a few weeks until...
I didn't realize she was in Ninja Turtles until about halfway through filming. We were eating lunch one day, and all of a sudden I went, "You're April, you in Turtles?" Yeah. Oh my God! I had no idea until.
I remember showing up for the audition in a suit, a black suit. suit. And, you know, I don't know why I decided to wear a black suit, but I wore this black
You were
suit.
the mayor.
That's why I was hired.
You're finding out the secrets, guys.
I had 4 auditions for it. Each audition, there's a building that doesn't have the Disney Channel logo on the top anymore, but in Burbank, it is. It's Disney's building. In each audition, you kind of go up to the next floor, the next floor, and ended up going all the way to the top floor and auditioning. And it was down to me and some unknown guy, Jared Padalecki. Whatever happened to that guy?
He's doing well.
I hope so. He seems real nice. But yeah, ironically, the first audition, I gotta be honest, I didn't prepare that much because I had 2 other auditions the same day, and one of the other parts I wanted, so I really prepared and didn't even get a call back on that. Went into how many times? That's like, wait. No, I'm gonna give you a call back. Just study it a little bit more, but you kind of look like an asshole.
Your house really young and
My wife. Yeah, so that's how my stories.
I don't want to hold the mic, I'm going to give the audience a chance to jump in and pack house, okay? We're going to.
You're gonna get your steps in today, Chris.
Hi, I'm gonna kind of start off a little controversial. So watching the movies growing up, I've always known, and being interested in witches, in my adulthood, I've noticed that Sophie is actually the supreme witch of the Cromwell family. Do you agree? Disagree?
Oh, I think definitely Sophie, I mean, we would not have made it as far as we did, you know, without Sophie. She was literally the key to the front gate at Aggies. But yeah, she was like, Marty was like determination and risk and like, let me just jump out in there. Something falls out of my pocket. And then Sophie was more like, okay, no, let's actually say the spells as they're written and we'll figure this out. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, I have a question for Daniel. Who do you think is Julie was your mother?
Yes!
Never been asked that
I don't
question.
think I've ever thought of that before. I don't know that it's Judith.
That was Robin.
Yeah. Where's mom?
Good answer, Robin. That's actually, yeah.
I don't know. Elvira?
Theoretically, you think it would need to be somebody also with magical powers because he's such a strong warlock. You know, but
Just hold your talisman over there.
He was pretty bad. Well, maybe I didn't even have a mom. Maybe he was just like, Alika's son!
I mean, you created your dad out of frogs.
That's true.
So maybe he created you out of magic or something.
Yeah. So, if I ever come back, maybe I'll just turn into a bunch of frogs.
I carry the talisman.
Thank you.
Hello, if there was another movie, what would you like your characters to be doing?
I'd like to be in the movie too.
So would I.
Me too.
And just to be clear, Disney knows that we would all love to do another one, including me. So, and we get asked literally all the time. We would love to do another one. So if you guys would love to see another one, feel free to let Disney know.
At Disney Plus.
You can't ignore all of us, right?
Right? But to answer your question more specifically, I think, everyone's gonna be sitting for this. I think Marty could like maybe be running for mayor in Halloween Town. I'm just, I'm not. Just bring magic, you know? But I feel like she would be doing something in Halloween time, and she loved creating new things and bringing, you know, all the different, like, creatures and worlds and humans together,
Definitely
so.
made her.
There we go. Oh my gosh, we're writing it on the stage, but yes,
Everybody
that's
taking
those
notes?
are my ideas.
I always pictured Dylan moving on to like a teacher position, something like teaching human history at university. Something very exciting to him, but probably super boring to everybody in Halloween Town. That's what I was picturing.
I feel like I would just stop by your classroom every day and just like do like just zap something to like mess something up.
Yeah.
Just like and then, you know, just mess something up for a day and then die. Like that would be my idea.
Cal flew away in a huff. He's really angry. I think he's still probably pretty angry.
He said he was gonna come back.
He said he was gonna come back. So maybe he could be like the defense attorney for all the bad Halloween. Because you got to get paid, man.
Like a Better Call Cal.
I'm so here for any of these. Take my money now, please.
Any suggestions from the audience, how you would like to see our characters return?
Oh, that's a great question for the audience. Yeah, who wants to take a swing at that?
Come on.
I think Leon would be a better mayor.
Oh.
You just poke the
This is like the House of Cards political drama. So there was a question over here, really?
Hi. What were your favorite or most fun scenes to film?
That's a great question with lots of fun scenes. I feel like I tell this story a lot, but it is one of my favorite scenes. During the filming of the first Halloween Town, Debbie and I filmed the broom flying scene on the very last day of shooting. And so it was just her and I on a big tall stool in front of a big blue screen all afternoon. And it was the first time we had gotten a lot of one-on-one time together, and it just was the most special day. A, because I got to pretend like I was flying on a broom with Debbie freaking Reynolds. And secondly, just to be able to spend that time with her and just giggle with her and all of those things was such a incredible blessing. And that was that always will just be one of the most like very special days from filming all of the movies.
I had a bunch of fun scenes, a whole bunch of fun scenes actually. The scene in the movie theater where I was, smoking, freezing everybody. What happened was I had these yellow contacts on. They put these big yellow contacts on, and and they had this huge fan was standing on a grate, and it was this massive fan underneath to blow this incredible costumes that you saw that day, and it was blowing all over the place, and all of a sudden, boom! The contact just pops right out, and it goes right down into the grate, down to the ground, and they wouldn't continue filming until they found the contact in the dust in the ground. And so they got the contact, and nobody had any lens. I'm there going. The show must go on. I put this thing in my eye and finished the scene, and luckily didn't suffer anything from that. But, that was a pretty cool thing. And the other thing was when I was up on the city hall, shouting down to the crowd, and they didn't like me. I wasn't liked. And I really wanted to be liked, but I guess the budget or something didn't like me. So I had to really project down to everybody And I was literally up high on the seat. And at the end of the day, I totally lost my voice. I totally lost. So they had to fly me back to LA and send me to this. Is this interesting?
I remember this. I remember.
I don't remember. Anyway, so they sent me to this doctor, and he injected my vocal cords with steroids and stuff like that, and then they flew me right back to LA to St. Helens, and
Oh my God, so you got stuck with a needle, put a bad contact in your eye.
No wonder he's so angry.
I think my favorite time will always be the first Halloween Town when we were riding in Benny's taxi for the first time. I remember we spent all day doing that. It was me and Kimberly and Emily in the back of the taxi, just hanging out, bonding, getting along. I feel that's where we really solidified that sibling bond that I hope shows through in the film. It was a very hot day. That was the only drawback. But I mean, getting driven around all day by a skeleton, who can forget that?
All of the scenes I got to be in were awesome because of how crazy stuff. But one of them that I really liked was, I don't know if you guys remember when Cal opens the portal, you're not supposed to be able to, but Cal could do it, and he's standing there and he's screaming in the